Warning, if you're faint of heart or easily offended, this show is not for you.
Okay, real quick, guys. If you like this podcast, if you like the clips, if you even don't like it that much, but you watch, if you could throw us a sub, for sure get in there and hit the sub button. Like each show. It helps us. It helps me help you. It'll keep the show going. It'll keep her coming back. And we would really appreciate it. Take the time, hit the like button. But even more than that, if you watch the show and you haven't subbed, sub for us, and we would appreciate it. Thank you.
So you got kicked out of the Commerce.
Oh, we're starting?
We're here. We're starting. You got kicked out of the Commerce.
Yeah. Hey. Hi.
But I have... I've been watching the Commerce Twitter. There's some hot boys winning some tournaments at Commerce. I'm kind of thinking that Commerce needs a hot boy calendar.
Maybe that's why they booted me.
You weren't hot enough. They had this like Vanik Azan. I don't know how to even say his name. And they had this other guy, Alexander Golder. Woo, there's some cute guys winning some tournaments. Shout out to Commerce Casino. Thanks for kicking out Nick and for letting all the hot boys win the tournaments.
Yeah, no, I wasn't aware that it was hot boy, month there, but.
Well, you wouldn't because you got kicked out.
That's right. They're like, we're setting a standard here and you haven't made the cut. Yeah, no, they kicked my ass right out.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to talk about that? Since you brought it up?
I feel like we already talked about it, but we're starting the show now.
What?
Okay, cue the intro music. Are you having a hard time today?
No, but I thought there was more to talk about with
Commerce. It was a nothing burger. I wanted to talk about the hot guys at Commerce.
Did we want to talk
Shout
about
out to the guys at Commerce. Hi. Sorry.
All right, we're going to start over.
Why?
Don't you think? Because here's the thing.
He's so annoying to me today.
Listen, the Commerce thing, there's more meat on the bone.
Well, then get on the meat.
That's what you have to say. Tell me about it. Tell me what happened.
We already talked about it last week. That's
on
why
air?
I didn't think you wanted to talk about it.
Oh, on air?
Yeah.
I forgot.
Start recording. I need some Xanax.
This is the Nick Vertucci Show. I am Nick Vertucci. And look what the cat drug in, Veronica Brill. Let's go.
That's our intro?
You want to?
I don't care.
You want to start over?
We always do stupid shit.
You want to
Whatever.
start over or no?
It's up to you.
It's
your show. This is me, but that's you. I'm the lion.
I don't care either way.
Or is it a tiger?
Well, it's really a lion.
It's a cougar.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I don't know what we're doing.
You know what I fucking need from you today? I need you to go do a line of cocaine off a stripper's fucking asshole. I need you to perk the fuck up. I need Nick Vertucci back.
Okay. So, first of all, everybody thinks I do cocaine because they troll me on it on Twitter.
You'd be way skinnier if you did.
Hey, listen, we fucking talked about this last show, okay? And that subject should be dead by now.
The cocaine?
No. The me being fat. I'm not lifting my shirt up again and show you my fucking my 40 pack.
Thank you for that.
All right. Yeah, they troll me about that, but I do not do that. And I know this, no one's going to believe this, but I do not like strip clubs. So I will not be doing a line off a stripper's ass. Ever. I don't like either. True.
But why?
Are you eating fries?
Who hurt you?
I don't know. I just don't care for that scene. I'm more of an organic harvester.
But there's so many women who need your help to go through law school.
I know, right? I know, right? Anyways, okay, so...
Someone has to save the strippers. Nick, why aren't you helping?
Believe me, they have a lot of saviors.
Cue the Sarah McLachlan music. You too can help a stripper in need. For a $50 3-minute lap dance, you can help send a stripper to law school today.
Seriously, what an uncomfortable situation, a lap dance. Think it out. Like, maybe that's cool and everything.
I don't need to think it out. I've been through it.
I know.
I didn't find it uncomfortable at all.
Yeah, what I mean by uncomfortable is I don't mean like uncomfortable, oh, I'm so embarrassed or whatever. Uncomfortable that like you are paying somebody for attention. Like, it's just not, I don't know. Can you get aroused by that? Just a business deal?
It's just a business thing.
No, I understand it's a business thing. I get that. I'm not judging. I think it's fine. I mean, whatever, to each their own.
By the way, I'm wrapped up in a blanket because it's so cold in LA right now.
Yeah.
Look, get the bag. All the young girls, get your bag. Get the bag. I mean, like, I have zero judgment on that stuff.
Me neither.
I think that there's a time and a place. People have needs. People are lonely. People want to be touched. And a stripper might fill that need for them that they don't have in the moment in a relationship.
That's true. I guess I never looked at it from that perspective. I'm looking at it only from my perspective. So, yeah, and I don't think that everyone keep doing it. I don't care.
Well, look, if you want to delineate this, because if you're in a relationship, you're still paying. It's just a different way.
You know what? You ain't lying. That's
you're paying
true.
for dinners. You're paying for all kinds of shit.
Yeah, that's cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't have to deal with them yelling at you in the morning. Where the fuck were you?
This is a light bulb moment.
I know. I'm here to help you. Help me help you.
Yeah. God, and I can afford it. I'm going to check it out.
Thank you. I'm really happy for you. So, look, there's kind of a thick kind of like gritty topic that I feel like is really prominent in poker. And because, I mean, I don't feel like I have a ton of followers. Like Mr. Beast has a ton of followers. Like Joey Ingram has a ton of followers.
Yeah.
But I still get pulled into a ton of poker drama, and people want me to take sides, and people want me to do comments on it, and they want me to like, you know, stand for some shit that I don't.
Yeah, how did you become that person that everyone goes to
don't
stand
they do that to
for
you?
Something? Well, no.
Well, it was like, I think it started with the Mike Postle stuff for
that's
sure.
Probably it, yeah.
But so there's a poker player named Jamie LaFay.
Yes, I know her well. She plays on our show.
She plays on Hustler. She played like January 3rd on Hustler. She like dumped off a bunch of chips on Max Payne Monday, which we all do. I did. Shout out to Matt Berkey for me losing his money. But I know that you guys love each other, and I know it makes you happy that I spent Matt Berkey's money.
Oh my God! Now he's gonna think I told you to say that.
No.
Okay.
But anyway, so she dumps off her money and puts out like a really wild tweet, basically saying she wants to out herself. What she ends up doing is checking out of her hotel, flying back to San Francisco, and not telling anyone, and like. People on Twitter who have investigated everything. Todd on his podcast said that even Ryan was reaching out to her saying, hey, are you okay? Like, we're concerned about you because of your tweets.
Yeah, we all were. I sent her a message and I didn't hear from her. Still haven't heard from her, but yeah, we all did. We saw those posts. These are two separate things, right? The first post was the one where she was like kind of talking like it was an end thing. And yeah, that's when we all were like trying to find her, figure it out. And it worked out, but I never did hear from her. And then the second thing is something that happened recently that I just saw a little bit of that I read like a couple lines of it and I just like it. I'm not interested in it.
So Todd, I honestly, I hate Todd's last name. I struggle saying his last name, Willits. I'm sorry, Todd. I know we've been friends for a long time.
You just don't like that name?
My brain just doesn't absorb it.
Okay.
Willits.
Is it Willits?
I don't know. Is
Whittles?
it? Whittles?
I don't even know. Should I look?
You look and you tell me what you think it should be. I think it's Todd Willits, Whittles. And he says it all the time. My brain, for some reason, doesn't absorb it.
Can't absorb that, huh?
I don't know why. It's not like a common. Maybe it's because I don't talk to him a lot in person. So
Wittles. Whittles?
See? You see?
Well, how does he say it when he says it?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Well, whatever. I think everyone knows who you mean.
So Todd did, I think from his perspective, a good breakdown of the situation. Now, I will say it was like a 4-hour podcast. I listened to almost all of it. First 2 hours, you can skip those. First 2 hours, he doesn't really prove that much of a point. He just goes over the whole situation. But he did uncover some potential lies in her situation. Okay. Long story short, her name may not be LaFay. She might have a different last name. Sure. She's had a questionable background. She got kicked out of Aria. And she tweeted at Sean, who ran the Aria at the time. And I know Sean. I've actually known Sean for many, many years. You know who runs the Aria, right?
Yeah, I know Sean. Yeah.
Sean McCormick.
I don't think he's there anymore.
So he runs all of the MGM poker rooms. He's like top guy now. He went up. He went really high up. I've known him and his wife for it's been 8 years now. It was when, hey, you need to focus.
I'm with you. I'm with you. Squirrel.
Yeah, right? So I've known him for 8 years now. And I was really wanting to talk about Sean today because as a woman in poker, I've known him for so long. And I am telling you, this man is top tier. He has so much respect for his wife. He has I have never seen that man act out of line. And you know what I mean when I say out of line. There's a lot of people who act a certain way in public and then they're a little out of line privately. I know him privately. He used to come to Stones and play. He used to play in my game. I know him and his wife, and top tier fucking human being. That man would not just be like, oh, you're getting sexually harassed? Oh, I'm going to kick you out. So there's two sides to this story. I think that there's something else that she's not revealing. She got kicked out of Aria. I got pulled into a private chat asking if I could help get her back into the Aria. And I was like, who got her kicked out? Sean? Oh, no. I trust Sean. I know Sean wouldn't do that just whimsically. So I kind of ignored that conversation. Apparently, a bunch of people, including Todd, got pulled into a conversation trying to get her to get back into the Aria. Not banned anymore. Anyway.
She's not banned anymore?
She is banned. She's asking people to help her not get banned. So she apparently was tweeting about curing herself of stage 4 cancer 5 years ago. She apparently, her sister started this GoFundMe, but apparently she doesn't have a sister. Todd found this woman on Facebook, and she's not even friends with Jamie. And there's no correspondence. And this woman hasn't even posted Jamie's GoFundMe. If it was her sister and she started it, wouldn't she do it? And Jamie's sister doesn't play poker. But the whole GoFundMe is very poker centric. So Todd found out that it was actually Jamie's boyfriend that started the GoFundMe. Anyway, long story short. Confirmed. He spoke with him. And then Todd also has this thing on his website where he can look up your IP address if you email him, where you emailed from. It's a part of the service that his application has. So if you go on his website, he can see who's on his website, or he can see who's noodling around. And she was noodling around and emailing from a residential area in San Francisco. She was not in the hospital. And then when she posted her AVS, which is after visit summary, if any of you don't know about hospital stays, you get an after visit summary. It showed her days being at the hospital, and she lied about those days. She was tweeting oh, I'm in a hospital bed, but she was actually not in a hospital bed. She was at home. Anyway, there's a world where she does actually have an illness. She did post her AVS. She was actually in the hospital for 4 or 5 days. I've worked in an area where we did thyroidectomies, and they're usually in and out in less than 24 hours, unless there's complications. There must have been something going on where she was in for that long. So there's something, if you get a total hip replacement, you're gone the next day.
Yeah.
So there's something significant going on. Is there a world where she has issues, she gets kicked out of poker rooms, she makes shit up and tweets about it, and she's sick?
Okay. There's
a world where that is true. So those things aren't mutually exclusive. Just because she lies about a few things doesn't mean she's not actually suffering from a disease. Is it cancer? It looks like it's not cancer. But is it a tumor? Tumors that are benign can still cause problems. So obviously the problems still need to be rectified because she did go into the hospital and have surgery. So I don't know why we're trying to accuse her of not being sick or whatever.
Yeah. Well,
but
I mean, who's we're? The community?
The community.
Yeah, 'cause it's not me. I'm just saying that's how I talk. I like to be literal in this case.
I know. In every case. So I think that she's got some issues clearly. I don't know why there is this like really aggressive thing against her right now.
I don't either.
I think, yes, she lied in some cases to probably get some pocket money because she's getting $50K and she's talking about getting $50K before that. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't mean that she's not going to be recovering and like not using it for rent. If you want to give her money and donate money to her, just because she doesn't have cancer and she has a benign tumor doesn't mean it's this like not as difficult. So it's kind of like I don't know how to feel about it, because I think just because she might suffer from mental illness and have done like shady things in the past and might punt and might be rude at poker tables or whatever, she's never been rude to me when I've been around her, doesn't mean she's like still not suffering from something.
Sure. And I think you know where I'm going to come from on this. This is my stance on these type of things. And like 80% of what you said, I didn't know. Okay. I just knew there was a thing going on between Todd and her, and I probably read about half of it. And I knew a little bit about the GoFundMe thing just because I didn't find it interesting for me. I know some people, you know, out there, they're into it. So I'll answer it like this. You may not like my answer because sometimes we butt heads on like, I'm not saying anything. I'm just speaking for myself. For myself, it's like this. My experience with Jamie has always been, she's always been really nice to me, supportive when a lot of people were coming after me too, like with things. She's, you know, whatever. She plays at the Hustler all the time. I don't know anything about really any of that. Now, if some things were confirmed and you know that, great. Me, I just am hearing it from you. So, you know, I'm just here to listen to that one because
it's a touchy subject.
It's a touchy subject. And again, I don't know. And I've been an advocate for this since this has happened to myself and the show or whatever. And it's like, I don't know what's in her head. I don't know. Like, hey, if her boyfriend confirmed it, great. That's a confirmation. It wasn't confirmed to me. But if that's public knowledge, okay. And I will tell you, if there is something going on there where it's like maybe a little bit, some of these things seem like they're kind of just reaching out for help. Not a couple of the topics, those are integrity issues. But when it's like that, or I sense that, I just tend to lay off because I don't want to be the one thing that pushes someone somewhere or a different direction. So for me, it's like, look, I know she's got some issues with her health. I hope she's okay. I'll let the community decide what they want to do with the whole perception of the GoFundMe thing. I'm going to stay off it because the only reason I am is because, and I know we're supposed to be like, we're a show, we're supposed to talk about shit, we're supposed to lean into this stuff, and I think we're doing that, but I don't know, I kind of like, I'm a dope. I kind of just like feel sorry for the whole topic.
Can I just say one thing? You know, I'm a registered nurse. I have a Nevada RN.
Give me those fries.
There's like literally
nothing in them. I just can't take my eyes off them. Go ahead. You're a registered nurse. Go ahead.
Oh, he's so annoying. I sat here and watched you
eat nuggets.
So
This is a live show, bro. No, it's recorded.
So the one criticism I would give Todd is, as a registered nurse, I've seen minor surgeries have major complications based off of many factors. And to oversimplify what he has read on a screenshot on an after visit summary is basically a terrible take. It's like saying there's one way to play a hand, which there isn't, and many pros will disagree on how to play hands. It's a complicated subject. To like be dismissive of health issues just because they're not labeled as cancer is like very insulting, and he is not a medical professional. I've seen firsthand, small surgeries go bad, big surgeries go fine. But I didn't like the way he was underestimating the severity of a lot of things that were written on her AVS and a lot of like her diagnoses. And I will say she was at one point at like Ronald McDonald like cancer house, or a house where like people with cancer can stay at for free while they're getting chemotherapy. She actually ironically got kicked out of there too because she complained about them. She does a lot of complaining. But a lot of times when you take certain drugs, they can make you foggy. They can kind of make you irritable. They can change your personality. If you're on painkillers, people act out on anesthesia. People do some crazy shit when they're on meds. And like even after chemo, it can like cause some issues. So if she had some underlying things that could have gotten worse or whatever, I'm not saying I know that about her. I'm just saying that it's such a complicated space just to sit there as a poker player and be like, oh yeah, it's not cancer. So like, why would she need this help? Or why would she say this? Or why does she, I just don't feel like we're in a space as poker players to be able to comment on health stuff.
Yeah. So I'm going to say two things. One thing is, one thing about Todd is this. One thing I will give him credit for is, and this is just and the reason I do this because it's a personal experience. He is somebody that goes after like scams or lack of integrity.
Yeah,
so this
and it's good. It's good to have someone like that.
This is his shtick. Yeah, this is what he does. So that's his thing. He was told so many things and sent so many things about me and other things, and him and I had some communication, and I really respected the fact that he just said, look, they're sending me shit that there's no fucking facts behind it. There's no math behind it. There's no one's ever really looked into anything but just come up with shit. I'm not talking about it. And I appreciated that. So I thought what made me think that about him is that seemed fair to me, and he seemed like someone that wasn't just trying to manufacture something for, like, he could have taken that. He could have taken that and done what a lot of people did and made it into a major thing and got a lot of attention of it. So I respect him very much for that.
He was comparing her benign tumor to like his colon polyps.
Okay, but so
I'm like, that's kind of dismissive.
So let me say, and so on the other hand is this. So that's the preface to Todd, and I respect him for that. The other side of it is this. That's his business if he wants to do that, if he thinks that's the right approach. I don't know. All I know is this. I don't know what she has. I don't know the truth. I don't know the truth about the GoFundMe. I don't personally know it. I don't know the truth about the Aria thing. I just know that there's two sides of a story. All I know is that every interaction I have, she's been cordial to me and supportive. So unless I know, I'm not talking about it, and especially like you said, meaning we're talking about it, but I'm not going to pile on and just give my opinion because I don't know, and I don't think it's fair. So, but I will say that, that's whose ever business that they want to talk about it. I don't, to this day, I don't know why some of those things, even her medical thing, I guess it is because of the GoFundMe. And if it isn't true, then I guess that's a big deal to the community. But so I get that.
I hate that poker players were asking her to send proof of her diagnosis
it's
and
none
her
of their
ABS.
business.
And I'm like, well, it's not only none of their business. Like, you're a fucking poker player. What the fuck do you know about any of this shit?
That's what I'm saying. It's
unless you're an RN or an MD or anything, like, you don't fucking know what you're looking at. Even if you Google it, you don't understand.
That's why, when I see this tweet and I see these tweets going back and forth and I look at it and I get the gist. Like, I got the gist. I know what he's saying. I know what she's saying. I know what she's slashing back. But I just kind of don't finish reading a lot of it because I just think to myself, the fuck do I care? You know what I'm saying? Like, in a sense.
But you have to care because you have a show.
No, I know, but it's hard for me because I never want to go on a show and if I feel, you'll probably bring up some subject, I feel a certain way about them, I'll lean the fuck into it. But when it comes to me not knowing something, I have to stick to what I believe is right, and that is, let's talk about it. You knew more about it than me, so that's why you all the things you said were stuff that happened. So that's good for the show. She's
clearly in a hospital bed for 5 days or 4 days. Clearly, from her pictures, I'm like, yeah, that is a hospital bed that costs like $100,000. She didn't fucking buy that and put it in her living room to stage this.
Of course, she was been in
she
a hospital.
had IVs and everything. And so, like, I just don't like that dismissiveness. Like, maybe she's exaggerating. Maybe she does want money from the community.
Yeah.
Maybe she is broke. I don't know. But that doesn't take away from the fact that she actually has some illness that's keeping her in the hospital for 4 or 5 days. And I know as a nurse, we try to get people up and moving and out of the hospital because we're usually at overcapacity, especially in the Bay Area. I know that. And we want people to keep moving. And if she was there as a young person, there was something going on. They kept her for a reason. So if it was a nothing burger, she would have been in and out the same day.
No, I understand. Yeah. And like I said,
so
I don't know. I just, like I said, she's always been friendly to me and I don't have anything against her.
So because of this, Slay, my buddy Slay, got banned from Twitter.
What did he do?
Well, he fucking went after her hardcore because he...
How does he get banned? Did she file a complaint? Because how come some of these
Everybody
other people...
was. Everybody
then how comes... No, so how come, like, I don't want to mention anyone's name because I don't want to give them credit, but these accounts that have been going nuts, just destroying people, how come they don't get banned?
Well, because people aren't reporting it.
Oh.
He got reported constantly.
Oh, I don't even know
and
how
then
to
he was like sending me texts in the middle of the night that I haven't responded to. And I like Slay as a person. I think Slay has a good heart. I think he means well. But man, like, you got to really think about your approach. If you look at, like, if you get stopped at TSA, right? Mm. If you start fucking screaming, why the fuck am I getting stopped? What the fuck's going on? Why are you touching my luggage? Guess what's going to happen? You're going to miss your fucking flight and you'll probably get taken in the back room for a few hours. But if you're like, oh, hey, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's my bag. Oh, yeah, sure. No problem. You're just chill. You're cool. Your approach is chill. You're in and out of there.
Yeah,
you know,
I understand.
It's all how you handle yourself. And I just think he believes that he's fighting for what's right and what's true, but his tact is out the fucking window. And I think he finds that that's his thing. That's his, like, shtick in poker, but it's really off-putting to a lot of people. Like I said, I genuinely think that he feels he's doing the right thing. I know he's deep down a good person, but man, like, is he taking the wrong approach on this one? Yeah. And also, why? Why are we choosing this battle?
Well, I was just going to say that. Like, you know, I don't know about the Todd thing. I guess that's his business because that's what he does. That's his whole model. And I don't know who Slay is, so I don't know. But my first thing that comes to my head when you're saying it is, where do you find that time? Why is that such a deep passion to make this your passion to, like, really go after this? And in the form and the way he does, what you're saying is totally wrong and inappropriate. But regardless, like, why? Like, I don't understand the interest.
I think there's people in this world that, like, want the truth. They're truth tellers. They want the truth to come out. They want things to be fair and they want justice. But, like, you're not going to do it by aggressively attacking people on Twitter.
Well, you know, that's right. And again, not to beat a dead horse, and I'll only make it really quick. It's like, and I just want to say this respectfully with no names, obviously we'll know, but it's like, there's a lot of people that want truth out of stuff, i.e. all the stuff, you know, Hustler went through, but there's a way to get the truth. There's a way to investigate. There's real ways to do that. Some of the other stuff is not investigative. It's just high profile, interesting, clicky conspiracies. And it's not an investigation, and it's not a help, and it isn't a path to the truth. So that's the only problem I have, because I don't think there's anything wrong with getting the truth and having justice and fighting for integrity. I do understand that, but you have to do it the right way, or else then it just becomes something that it isn't, and you can't, in my opinion, put it in that platform of, I would just want the truth and, you know, what's right.
If I can just wrap this up.
Wrap it up. I
think she has genuinely some sort of illness, looks like a benign tumor, that the doctor felt she needed to do something about it. She was clearly in the hospital for multiple days, which is meaningful. Mm-hmm. It doesn't mean that there's a potential for her to have to have lied in the past, to have, like, had a bad, you know, temper and gotten herself kicked out of place. Like, those things aren't mutually exclusive. Just because she's done those things in the past doesn't mean that, like, she's not potentially ill right now and she doesn't need help. So I guess, like, if you want to donate. I don't know if she's telling the truth about the whole thing, but I don't know if I care.
Yeah, I'm sorry for doing this right when you're talking. I do care about what you're saying. But that was an important one, and I might have to follow up on it. But what I'll say to wrap my end of it up is this. The interactions I've had with Todd have been really great. I found him to have a lot of integrity from the personal perspective that and experience that I've had with him. And as far as Jamie, I hope she's okay. My interaction with her, I know nothing about the details. My interaction with her has always been good, and she's always been fair and nice to me, so I wish them both the best. I know that sounds totally like Switzerland and such a boring take, but on this one, that's my take.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was on my phone. I didn't.
Is that what you were doing? You know what's funny is I really didn't give two shits, but I wasn't aware enough to realize you were doing that to me as a reverse thing. Touche. Good job, touche.
It's amazing. You're more rich than I am. Anyway, so we're
not really.
So I want to talk about your favorite guy.
Okay.
You're like, which one?
Yeah. Pick one.
Alan Kessler's tweets have been
yeah,
very, very interesting.
Okay.
Mucho interesting.
Please elaborate.
His tweets talking about how if there was a world where, like, hypothetically, I feel like he's like trying to say that there's a potential for like Hustler live stream to be fake. And he's like, hypothetically, if everyone agreed to pay for 10% of the value of the chips, like, would that be fraud? And I'm like, you understand. And as much as I like Alan, what the fuck are you talking about?
How do you always keep saying as much as I like Alan? Like, personally, when you meet him, is he like really charming? Because what do you like about him?
We chat.
Okay.
Alan and I get a little like, blah, 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 and then this and then that. And then he secretly sends me messages about certain people. It's funny.
Yeah, because you like the fucking drama.
What the fuck, Alan? Like, you're playing with casino chips on Hustler. I've played on Hustler. I've lost almost 10K at Hustler. Like, you're not, it's not fake money. How can you go to a cage and be like, yeah, we've all decided that we're going to give you 10% of what the money's worth. So just give us the fucking $1 million total for the whole table and we'll be along our way. Like, how is that even a thing? Like, how is he even asking these questions? Then Johnny Vibes is like, well, I'm bringing like 150K to Hustler next week. Like, maybe how the fuck am I doing?
The casino's going to sell you chips and you only get to play 10% of them. I mean, listen, Veronica. It's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. But listen,
he called me Veronica. But just now you guys know my name.
Because I'm serious, yeah. But the thing is like, I'm not even so sure that's the stupidest thing he's ever said. And I say all this with a smile because I don't even have anger towards him. I just have disbelief. Okay? Because he's a full-blown fucking tard, in my opinion. And I don't care if I get canceled. It doesn't matter. I didn't say the whole word. He's a fucking tard. And I don't know how anyone could even not block him. Like, everything he says is just ridiculous. I've never seen anything out of him. I mean, what? He caught somebody charging too much for something and they paid too much on $1 more.
He complained about a tournament recently being too slow now.
Okay, whatever it is, right?
He's never finding the Goldilocks zone.
No, it's amazing to me. Like I said, I'm not even like, I don't want to come across as like defensive. It's like, okay, whatever. I mean, and again, he's taken the time to message and contact a lot of people in the industry with big pens to ask them to write a story, not only on what you just said, but like, they're like, okay, dude, yeah, no, like you even said, even Matt Berkey defended streams, like told him he's an idiot, right? You told me that.
Well, he was like, if you think the streams are fake,
right,
I invite you to come play on them.
Right, of course, yeah. And so,
here's my $10,000. Can I get 100,000?
Isn't it the other way?
Wink, nudge.
Isn't it $100? Isn't it less they're playing for?
10%?
Less, yeah, 1,000, 100.
10% of what they're playing with. So if I give you 10,000.
Oh, you said 10,000. I thought you said 1,000. Oh, my bad. Fair enough.
He's adorable, everyone.
Okay, so listen, and then he went on to say to some people with big pens that he wanted them to write that I'm on a downswing now because I can't do nefarious things. And actually, the people he messaged actually sent back and said, no, listen, after Brian, his stats are the same as they were here. And that was posted recently on Twitter by Billy, but that came from somebody that writes articles. And they told him go pound sand, and then he moved the goalpost. And this is the words from the people with the big pen. He moved the goalpost and said, okay, well, maybe that's true, but maybe it's now because they put security in, and now he's on the downswing, and now he can't, whatever. So it's like this guy won't quit. He's got a boner for this, and me, the show, streams, who knows whatever else he's carrying these crosses for.
How big's the boner?
Whatever. If anyone wants to pay attention to that stupidity, go ahead. It's actually comical. Whatever. I mean, that's all I could say about it.
So,
I mean, you got his buddy, Polack, who's out there also posting about the streams being fake and the money being faked. And I don't know who gets the idea from the other one.
Oh, Berkey responded to him and
maybe
said, hey,
it.
why don't you come play?
Yeah,
if you
so
think it's
I
fake.
don't know who, between him and Kessler, I don't know who is like creating it and the other one's going, oh yeah, that's probably what it is, and repeating it. We guess you go look back and see who posted it first. But come on, guys. Come on. Just stop. Stop already.
So, in conclusion, Alan Kessler does not have a big boner.
I wouldn't know. And I bet you this. I bet you there's no one else that knows. So, so listen.
No, there's strippers out there who've earned their way through college.
Those strippers probably rather stay K through 12.
He's going to be mad that I said that.
I don't. Oh, you're going to make.
Did you just say a bad joke? That was a bad joke.
They'd rather stay K through 12 than to give Kessler a lap dance than to go to college. I don't know if that's a bad joke. It might be real.
Oh, they'd rather not go to college.
Yeah, rather not go to college.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't putting a stripper down. I would never do that. I think
No. I thought you meant it
differently.
We're not going to talk about.
Yeah, catch up, okay, tomato. All right. So here's the thing.
That's so fucking. You're full of.
You ever see the big tomato? What he said to the small tomato that wouldn't
ketchup.
Ketchup. Okay.
You're full of boomer phrases today.
Dad jokes.
Boomer phrases.
Okay.
What was the thing you said
on the
today?
way from the airport?
Yeah, you picked me up.
I said at any rate.
At any rate.
Yeah. And then I said sneakers.
Sneakers and pop.
Pop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of Coke or Pepsi or whatever. Whatever, man. I don't know. You're here still. What the fuck you want from me?
What is this? What is this big penis thing you have written down?
What is that? Contract
for big penis?
No, he contacted Big Pens. It's those things where you write something but you read what you want to read. That's
I'm horny.
Happened.
Obviously, the commerce guys are looking sexy to me.
This new job has been keeping you busy, huh?
Yeah. I haven't gotten out much.
Yeah, well, call Kessler. Have a seat. Seat open, Valerie.
I would break him in half. I would.
Dude, I can't even. I don't want to. I don't even want to unsee that.
He was stunned. He was so stunned he could not speak.
I could not speak. Just please don't make me. I don't want to throw up.
So what? I can't read your scribbles.
So what do you want to know?
What's this next one? Right underneath big penis.
That's the Perlad thing I already talked about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then.
So.
What?
So I'm here for a weekend.
Yes.
So we're going to be recording some podcasts, but there's a Hustler meetup game.
That is tomorrow. It's the 25th today. The meetup game's on the 26th of February, Sunday, and this podcast will be out after that's
right.
over. Yes.
Mariano's going to be there. He's the shining star of the meetup game.
I guess so. Yeah, the up and comer.
You want to hear my funny Mariano story?
I do.
So this is after we interviewed him.
Ooh.
And I'm in the poker room, and I'm like, I may come across as like boisterous and loud, but no. I'm kind of shy. Like, I don't feel good going up to people randomly and like talking to them. And I thought Mariano is like kind of a big star, right? Well, he is a big star. So he's sitting at the Wynn. You need to focus today.
I'm writing you a note to see if I can ask you about that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, later. Okay, go.
So he's sitting at the 5-10, I believe, or 10-20 game. And he sees me and he's like, Veronica. And I'm like, I can't hear him say anything and I can't see what his mouth is. I didn't know he was saying Veronica. I thought he was like someone behind me because I'm like, there's no way he's like, he
Talking
knows
to
me.
You're like,
Yeah. And so I kind of like didn't respond. He's like, Veronica. And I'm just like, he's not looking at me. And I'm like looking around and he finally like gets up and comes over and hugs me. And I'm like, Mariano. I totally big timed him.
wow.
Not on purpose. I'm sorry, Mariano. But
Yeah.
like I big timed him.
So you turned it around. You big timed him. You were like, oh, hey, yo. And you gave me a
Yeah.
head nod.
So I went up to him and I was like, Mariano, can I have your autograph? Like, I'm such a big fan. I'm your biggest fan. And then he got annoyed. And then like he didn't look at me the rest of the night.
Why would he be annoyed about that?
I don't
didn't
think
like
he was
it?
annoyed. Let the fucking
Edit that out because she didn't like it.
let the fucking story. Let me butter up the story, okay? He
No.
wasn't annoyed. He's Mariano. He's like perfect.
Oh, I got it. You were putting butter on. I'm so slow.
Oh my god, I can't
I'm
put
so
butter on
slow.
anymore. Nick's turned into the most literal non-buttering bread eater. Doesn't even toast it anymore. It used to be toasty and buttery.
I don't. Yeah. All right. Well.
So you're excited for the meetup game? What are the stakes?
I can't remember if it's like 2-3, 3-6, 1-3.
Low stakes.
It's low stakes. But here's what I think's gonna happen. We'll see.
You'll be all in a lot.
Oh,
The stakes are low.
I'm nit even at a low stake. So listen.
Oh, now you want me to
Listen,
listen.
Linda. I think we're gonna break a record there. There are so many people signed up to come, and I think a ton of people who haven't that will. We have over 30 or 40 players and staff members that are going to be there. There'll be one at every table. I think we're going to be all the way out the Crystal Room, all filling up all the tables. It's going to be a great event. DJ Washburn's going to be DJing.
Oh, we're gonna have a DJ.
Oh yeah, this is a fucking party. There's going to be a DJ. There's going to be big buckets of Coronas, food.
Did you tell Ryan that you're inviting me? That you've invited me?
No.
Because he's going to have me kicked out for sure. I don't think
You
Ryan
always
likes
say
me.
that. Why do you think Ryan doesn't like you? He's never said anything about you good or
Tell me
bad.
the
I don't
truth.
even
Tell
think
me
he
the
knows
truth.
your name.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't know.
Why would he kick you out?
He
if doesn't
has
know
my
you?
number. He only texts me when I say something bad on this podcast.
He never has texted you once. That's not Ryan's style.
He has. Once.
What do he say?
How much do you want to bet?
No, I would never bet. You have the
500,
text. No.
1,000,
Why would
500 million.
Why would I give you any money? Okay, so what did he text you and what did we say bad?
Alan. What's his name? The famous Alan?
Who?
Yeah, exactly.
The famous Alan.
Yeah, on Hustler. I always forget his last name.
Keating.
Alan Keating.
Yeah, Alex Keating. Go ahead.
Alex Keating. By the way, I met Alan in person in Vegas in December.
That's so nice.
He's so fucking handsome in person. Jesus Christ, that man. Oh man, I was with Julie.
You are horny.
I'm so horny.
Yeah, I mean you're everyone. Yeah, the only person that's you're not attracted to is me. Other than that, you'll sit on anything. Okay, go.
So, yeah, I heard from a very reliable source about a game that Alan was putting together with someone, and I was wrong, and I said it on the podcast, and then Ryan texted me because Alan listened to it and didn't like it. So
he texted Ryan?
Yeah. And then
And
Ryan
why didn't he
texted
text
me?
me? It's my podcast. It's so funny.
He texted me. So I apologized to Ryan, and then when I saw Alan, I apologized to him because I was like, "Hey,
I didn't know any of that happened.
I didn't even know, like, I didn't know it was a big deal, and the person who told me, I really trusted, so I felt
interesting.
bad. Yeah,
And, Alan never even texted me. He texted Ryan. It's hysterical. And I never heard about it. So there you go. You would have won 500
million.
million.
You owe me 500 million.
Yeah.
Officially. I'll take your truck as down payment.
You like that truck, don't you?
Canyonero.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me talk about Canyonero.
Yeah.
I know that you guys have watched The Simpsons. I can't talk anymore,
That's
by
okay.
the way.
That's okay. You're horny.
And there was a SUV there was a commercial for Canyonero. That is fucking Nick's car. And I'm telling you, the guy's such a dangerous driver, but you're literally in a fucking tank. Like, we're so high up and so wide. I'm pretty sure it's like a 2-lane vehicle.
Mine?
Yes, he's all over the place when he drives. I'm like scared for my life, but I know that if a car got in front of us, you would just run over the car. It's just like such a big truck.
It's not that big.
Oh, come on.
Oh, it's not that big, Val.
You're driving like between either we're doing 150 miles an hour in the right lane or 35 in the left lane.
You just think it's big because it's loud, because I have a good exhaust system on it. So when I start it up,
the thing, I have to throw my bag up and then I have to climb up a fucking ladder to get into the thing.
You're
I don't care if it's from the dealer.
Listen, the dealer did not put on an aftermarket lift kit. It is from the GMC factory. It is how that truck comes.
It comes stock lifted?
It comes stock a little bit lifted with bigger tires. It's their 4x4 version.
So then it's not lifted.
I don't know
if it's stock.
I don't know. It's bigger than the regular Sierra. It's a Sierra GMC AT4. It's a little bigger, beefier, and higher, but it's not like these trucks that have lifts on them. I'm old. I can't get in one of those trucks anymore.
How many hips have you had replaced?
None yet. None yet.
Not early this year, but
I
by
worked
the
on
end
replacing
this year.
you, and you came back, so I figger why replace the hip?
Well,
it might just come back.
How'd you fucking do?
Really good.
Yeah?
Yes, and
Where
know
are
it.
they now?
Who's
hey,
they?
Robbie, you want to host the show with him?
You're so stupid. All right, whatever. Meetup game. It's going to be awesome. Next time we talk, we'll let you know how it went. What else? All right, so it's time to do a shout out. This is the first show where it's fully wrapped with only poker. You see the signs, you see the hat, cool hat, sweatshirt, all that stuff. Listen, Only Poker, by the way, Val, is probably one of the coolest poker apps. It's an all-in-one app. You get, of course, poker news. You get what?
Like gossip too?
Listen, they have a gossip column for you. So they have gossip, trends, strategy, all where the games are at all the different hotels and casinos. You have the ability to go in there and post a game that you want to drop there if the casino will let you, and give the time and the blinds, and you're the host, all that stuff. And then one really cool thing too, and there's a ton more, is they have these things called circles. It's a little thing called Circle. Click on it and you can create your own group. So if you wanted to start your own girl group, or you wanted to promote your business, or if you had something, or you can even do more than one group. It's really cool. Go to the App Store. It's free. Only Poker. It is the Only Poker app. It's a smorgasbord of poker information. Download it now.
So this coming week and this coming weekend, Run Good's going to be in San Francisco. So I'm going to be there. You going to come out?
No.
You don't travel.
I'm going to be somewhere else this weekend. The award show.
Yeah, I bet you are.
We can talk about it next show.
Yeah, we will.
Okay. We'll talk about that. I know that's burning on your little fanny.
I'm buttering the bread.
Buttering the bread
on that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to be in San Francisco with Run Good. If anyone wants to join me at Grayton. It's just a little north of San Francisco. Have you ever been there?
No.
It's like a resort casino. It's like the Wynn. It's
Is
really
it?
nice. Yeah.
Oh.
I'm surprised.
No, I never have.
The only fucking
heard
thing
about
I
it.
hate is the smoke. I hate it when
They
they
let 'em
let
smoke
people
in there?
smoke. Yeah, because I think it's an Indian casino.
Oh. Yeah, they could do what they want.
If it's a card room, they can't. But
Yeah.
Hustler's a card room, right?
What?
It's a card room.
No.
Yeah, in California, it's card rooms or casinos, and the casinos, like, you don't have slots in Hustler, right?
It's still a casino. They have like baccarat and all that shit.
No, but it's only card games.
Oh shit, I don't know.
Yeah, you can't have slots.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, because only a casino can have slots, and those on Indian land.
Then why is it called Commerce Casino, Hustler Casino?
I don't know. They probably just like it's the name.
Okay, well, you're being literal.
But just like Citrus Heights, Stones. Stones doesn't have slots. So many card rooms in California, they're not allowed to have slots.
I know that.
And then the Indian casinos are proper casinos.
Hey.
Are there dice games at Hustler?
No.
Yeah, it's just cards.
Yeah, no, I know those games are only for Nevada and wherever else, Atlanta City.
No, they're in California, but you have to be on Indian ground.
Indian, yeah. So no, they call themselves casinos. Maybe they shouldn't.
In Northern California, they call themselves card rooms, but it's the same fucking thing.
Yes. Interesting.
You didn't even notice that. I guess because you don't play slots, right?
I would never play a slot.
I would never fucking play slots either.
No.
What's up with that?
I don't know.
Why would people do that?
Got me.
Alan Kessler plays slots.
Okay, so you want to stir the pot. You know, you want to back me off, then you want to stir the pot. Anyways,
right.
Fuck it. This is the Nick Vertucci Show. I am Nick Vertucci. Fucking whatever. Envy out.